relax on the defense. Kanter relaxed on the defense.
Oh, look at this. How about this? Ntilikina pushing him out of the way, and the crowd loves it. Now Kanter getting in his face. Some pushing and shoving. Kanter sticking up for his 19.
Knicks Fan TV. Listen, man, can't win them all. See Black here, Young Jedi fresh on the other side.
Boy!
What happened tonight, man? What happened?
Point of loss. It's a point of loss, man. I mean, gave this game away. We played really good for 3 quarters. 4th quarter collapse. Same old Knick fashion from my OGs out there. I mean, we let a 20-point lead.
23-point lead. 23-point lead, man.
That's a game, ladies and gentlemen. You don't blow 23-point games. It was a tough game all around. I mean, what are your thoughts here?
I mean, listen, the game started off kind of tight, you know. Well, first, listen, man, this is the first game in a while. The league has been getting so soft, man. I thought the pregame hype, that was fun, man. You know what I'm saying? The pregame hype was fun. You wanted to see how this squad was going to answer the call. You know what I'm saying? You know LeBron is a troll, man. You know he does what he do. They come through the city, you jump on the subway, like, we in New York.
Lucky ain't get jacked.
Lucky they ain't get jacked. You know what I'm saying? But, now I thought the pregame hype was cool. You know, the game started off rough. KP got into foul trouble, 2 quick fouls. But Enes Kanter and Courtney Lee held it down, man. I mean, we spoke about them in the last video. Speaking about them tonight's game, they kept them in it. You know, they kept them in it in the first quarter. Second quarter, we tightened up on the D. Frank with 5 steals in the first half. You know, second quarter, we kind of pulled away. And, you know, it was really a tale of 2 halves. First half, Cavs looked like roadkill. And our defense was really just setting the tone. But things changed. I thought, you know, the momentum started sliding from midway in the third. In the third, obviously to the end of the game, we kind of lost our mojo. Yo, give credit what credit is due, man. Kyle Korver went off. LeBron showed a hot hand, and Kyle Korver scorched us, man. He scorched us. Finished the game with 21 points. You know, 23-point lead. We blew it. 61 points for 3 quarters for Cleveland, and you know they finished 9 for 7 from 3-point land. So give them credit. You know, I can't let
them off the hook this quickly, this easily. They rammed it down their throat for 3.5 quarters and gave it up in the 4th quarter. The defense began to sag. You've got great play all around. The ball got stagnant. There was no movement, and they lost the game. You can't get Kyle Korver open regardless of the fact that's a known, but to be up 23 points, the duration of the game, from all the trash talking by this clown LeBron James, this game was in hand, and we let it up in the 4th quarter. It's a disappointing loss. It's a growing pain, but it's a disappointing loss.
Yeah, it's a tough game, man. Tough game to lose.
Also looks like in the 4th quarter, the Cavs kind of figured out the plays they were running. There were a countless number of times. I don't know if it was just Frank not being aggressive enough. I mean, I will give that issue a little with Frank today. He wasn't aggressive enough in some spots during the game where I feel he could have taken advantage, drive to the basket, shoot an open wide jump shot. But there were also parts in the 4th quarter offense became very stagnant, became a lot of one-on-one. And at that juncture of the game, Coach Hornacek has given a lot of trust to Frank, and I probably would have went a little bit longer with Jarrett Jack in that situation.
Yeah, you know what? You could argue for Jarrett Jack at that point. But give credit to Coach. You know what I mean? He kind of threw Frank in the fire there in clutch minutes to see how he would respond. It's a learning moment for him, man. He's 19, and you know he's got to take his lumps, man. I had no problem with that. You could have went either way with Jarrett Jack or Frank at the end.
Not mad at it at all, but earlier in the game, Jack had came into the game, 3 straight dimes. He had settled the offense down. We got the lead back after being down. And I mean, after they came back, I think they cut the lead to about 12, and then we pushed it back up to 15 with Jack on 3 straight dimes. And then he came out again. I'm not saying it's a fault. I would have went with Jack a little bit longer again. I think he could have been in a better situation in that game in terms of his leadership and in terms of his experience. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, I thought that last play with that showdown between LeBron and Kristaps, yo, I'm literally yelling at the TV like, yo, watch the step back. Watch the step back. Watch the step back. Bam. Hit him with the step back, man.
KP let up a little too much there. He should have been in his face a little bit. I would have liked Lance Thomas in that situation.
Yeah,
even
I would have liked Lance in that spot. Yeah, it was a tough night for Kristaps Porzingis tonight, man. Yeah, I know you finished the game with 20 points, 7 boards, block shot, 2 steals, but he couldn't really get into a rhythm in the first half. And crunch time, it really seemed like he didn't really come through tonight. It was an off night for KP, man. I thought LeBron got in his head in the fourth quarter, and missed a couple clutch free throws. What'd you think of KP tonight?
Kristaps, he had a tough game. Bad shooting night. Rebounded it well. Didn't rebound so well, rather. He got into early foul trouble, and that really kind of set his pace for the evening. He had a tough assignment tonight. LeBron James on him, Jay Crowder on him at times. So you got to give it to Kristaps in terms of trying to get through. He did have 20 points, but they came in a flurry rather late in the game. It's a tough matchup for him, and he's about to have these types of games. Hopefully this isn't an aberration, and he bounces back against Utah on Wednesday.
Other note, KP with the missed free throws, man. You gotta learn to ice the game, man. You gotta do that, man. Those 2 free throws were big. And like I said, man, it's a learning moment for everybody on that team, man. This is still a young team. It's still early, and we're gonna have to take our lumps, man.
It was had.
It was had.
It was had.
It was a tough pill to swallow, man. Yeah, like I say, I think the next phase of his evolution is really handling, those physical defenders, knowing when to kick it out and double team quickly enough to get the ball around the perimeter, to get that open guy. And, just another test for him. And, you're not going to get them all, but hopefully it's a learning experience from him. Like you said, we got Utah coming in Wednesday night, man. Look like they're going to be 6-8 on the night and currently getting blown out in soda. You got Donovan Mitchell, Ricky Rubio, and those guys coming in. So let's see if they can bounce back. Let's go to the 3 stars of the night, man. Tough loss. Number 1, I'm going to go with Enes Kanter. Obviously, 20 points, 16 rebounds. Yeah, it was a -6 from the floor, but when KP went out early with 2 quick fouls in the first quarter, Enes held it down in the paint. He held it down on the boards. Backed up Frank in a tough spot. He really put the team on his back and kept it close in the first half for us.
He was offensive force out there again at the 5, displaying a nifty footwork, great offensive skill, and a knack for basketball. Standing up for Frank, rather, was huge. Talking shit to LeBron, after that little jab by LeBron earlier before pregame in the conference. But great guy, big game by Enes Kanter. We wish we can play more defense. I guess it's just not his game. But
I thought his defense was admirable tonight. You know what I mean? He's not locked down, but he tries. So.
He played tough tonight. That's what I'll give it to him. He played tough on both ends of the court, and it really showed. He's got some tendencies where, from a defensive standpoint, that he needs to work on. But can't call it, man. It's Young Turkey, Big Istanbul. That's my boy right there. 0-0. 0-0.
Man. Yo, second star of the night, man. Got to go to Timmy's. 28 points, 10 rebounds, +5 on the night. I thought he really kept it patient in the first half. He still was, he wasn't aggressive with a shot, but he was still doing other things. He was rebounding well. He was passing the ball, getting others involved. So I thought he maintained his aggressiveness in the first half. Second half, he came alive, 4 for 11 from three-point land, 4 for 4 for his free throws. I thought Timmy played well tonight in the loss.
50% from the field. 28 points, 10 rebounds, 5 dimes, 2 steals. Timmy played a great game. He paced himself pretty well. Again, I love how he doesn't really rush himself most of the time and tries to do other things in terms of rebounding or passing the ball, staying within the offense. He has some really big shots. I think he held on a little too long in some aspects in the fourth quarter, but all around, Timmy had a great game, and if KP could have equated that, not gotten into foul trouble so early, I think we would have had this game definitely.
Yo, give credit where credit is due. Number 1 star. Listen, when we lose the game, number 1 star, man. Number 1 star tonight was Kyle Korver. 21 points, +8, 5 for 12 from three-point land. listen, you gotta give credit where credit is due, man. You know, he scorched us in the fourth quarter, and that's why we're going home with the L.
I have to disagree with that. Courtney Lee is my third star of the game here. I thought he played excellent for the Knicks. I'm going to give where credit was credit is due is that Kyle Korver had some big shots. He dropped 15 points consecutively in the fourth quarter, or what have you. He played a great game, but I think, again, this was a game we gave away to them. They got lucky. My third star of the game is Courtney Lee, 15 points, great defense, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Doesn't really show a lot in the box score, but he played tough out there and gritty. Had another nice game follow-up from the big win on Saturday from the Kings. It is what it is. Tough loss.
It is what it is, man. Tough loss, but we will bounce back. Let us know what you thought about the game, man. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Give us your thoughts on the game, how you thought we did, you know, what you thought we should have done better to close this one out. As usual, man, stay involved. Subscribe to the channel. Hit us up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, @KnicksFanTV. We're always there. We're always involved. Get at us and get involved, man. Next game.
Knicks Fan TV. Peace.